Hi, this is Owen McCafferty. A pleasant good day to you. I am speaking with the kindness and the sponsorship of Professional Fusion. I'd like to talk with you just a little bit about something very basic, and that is underpaying and overpaying people. Let's talk a little bit about the attentiveness that's needed on your part, the wisdom that's needed, and the decision making that will result from the future. Let's talk first of all about underpaying people. Usually people that have been with you for a long period of time, who are very loyal, that will stick with you through thick and thin, you sometimes dishonor. And the way that you do it is you don't do it because you want to, you do it just because of lack of attention. And you know the old adage that necessity is the mother of invention? And you think that, gee whiz, I can just wait until somebody complains. That doesn't work today. If you don't anticipate those most loyal people in their needs who've been with you for 15, 20, 25 years and know that the market demands that they be paid a bit more, you could lose them because you're going to lose them quietly. They're so loyal to you, they won't say anything to you to your face, but they're going to go out there and start looking. Or they're going to go to a meeting, and in the meeting they're going to see their fellow wizards. They're going to talk with them, and they're going to find out what they're making, and then they find out that they've been with you for a long period of time, and you're not paying them anywhere near the amount that their fellow other similar people are doing. So for example, a technician in veterinary medicine, a practice manager, as it would exist in a dental office, a dermatology office, or a veterinary practice, are two of the main targets right now. Doctors are somewhat of a different story because doctors are usually paid on a percentage of what they collect. So the only big difference is if you don't have a practice with great clients and the willingness to spend appropriately to maintain pet care, or in a dental practice, if you don't have a well-equipped practice with great chairside assistants and dental hygienists that support the activities of the doctor, you're going to lose them. In dermatology, because of quite a bit of the medical insurance pressures and cost containment issues, it's not going to be as much of a factor for you, but the patient base that you attract could. So for these reasons, you want to be somewhat attentive to the support staff. The doctors per se will come and go, and they will leave you for a variety of reasons, but it's not necessarily because you're underpaying them, since most of those doctors are being paid on a percentage of what they do. Sure, there's things like bonuses, but the bonuses will be waning, especially in the latter part of 2024 and into 2025, because there could be an oversupply resulting from a recessionary pressure. So we really want to focus in on those folks that you might be underpaying. And the only way you're going to know that you're underpaying them is they leave you and you have to replace them with somebody else. Remember, the new kid coming in doesn't necessarily have the same knowledge. They don't understand your culture. They may not have the experiential knowledge that's needed in order to maintain that quality of care that you have in your practice. And you will be paying them a fee in excess for less. It takes 2 to 3 years for a person to really understand your culture, deal with you in practice, and then come up with solutions that help practice. New hires are difficult, and it's not their fault. It's because every practice has its own culture, its own patient or client base, and as a result of that, there has to be a foreknowledge. So my message to you, quite simply, is don't underpay. On the other hand, don't overpay. Sure, you're desperate. You want to get someone to come in, and you pay them either an hourly rate or salary if they are truly qualified under the 1938 Fair Labor Act for a salary, and you pay them that amount. Don't expect the quality and the compensatory payment to just be kept to that person. It's going to require a whole restructuring of your practice in terms of compensation levels. You may think people don't talk, but they certainly do. And you will find that there has to be a complete realignment. If you remember in one of our other videos, I recommended that you consider making do with what you have instead of going out and hiring a lot of people, because in a recessionary time, a lot of people come in. And if you overpay a person right now, you will come up with that very uncomfortable necessity at some point in the future of outsourcing them. And that's not fair, that's not right, that's not what I consider to be moral. So try to be judicious in how you bring new people into the practice. Treasure those people that are already in your practice. Make an assessment. And if you say, well, gee whiz, they're going to be making money in excess of the rate of increase in the growth of the practice, I'm going to point the finger back at you. Number one, transactionally, are your doctors doing everything they could do? Do they need more continuing education? From a pricing standpoint, are you fearful of raising your fees even though everyone around you is charging a lot more? Remember our distinguishment between inflation and price. Try to keep your practice healthy. You know that not the day nor the hour that you might have to be selling that practice. So with that in mind, this is Owen McCafferty. I want to say again, thank you very much for these short little visits that we have. Hope to talk to you soon.